Hi. So yesterday I had a really rough day. Really hard. A lot of sensory battering and being stuck on public transport and in the train station and crying on the bus and having quite the meltdown when I got home. So yeah, on my Instagram feed I posted a wee reel of me crying and talking about how hard it was, and I guess that's kind of something I kind of want to talk about a little bit, because while I really want to focus mostly on like autistic joy and celebration, it is really important to acknowledge that being autistic can be really damn hard sometimes. I could barely eat yesterday. I had a banana in the morning and it was such a weird texture. And then on the train up to town, somebody was, putting on their makeup and stuff, and then they sprayed their perfume. And it just, oh god, it nearly pushed me over the edge at the time. And college was quite stressful. Got myself all ready to do clients who didn't show up for whatever reason, and even though it meant I had less to do and I got to go home early, it was still a change, and that can be quite hard to adapt to. And I think it's, a big part of unmasking is being honest and open about how hard things can be, and how not only do you have to kind of deal with all the, the sensory stuff and the difficulties that autism brings with it, but then for me, and I'm pretty sure quite a lot of other autistic adults, especially later diagnosed people, there's so much shame and embarrassment and self-loathing that comes with it all. 40-year-old woman crying on a bus because things aren't going my way, or at least that's the narrative I've taught myself. And it takes so much energy to fight that. It takes so much effort to catch those thoughts and go, no, it's not embarrassing. You don't have to be embarrassed. That's how your brain works, and that's okay. And I don't know. It's just hard sometimes. Really hard. And yeah, I can't pretend that's not a factor of autistic life for a lot of people. Things are really hard sometimes. And a lot of the time I just want to curl up in a wee hole in the ground and just ignore the world forever. And I guess that's a big part of why, autism is often kind of misdiagnosed, even in ourselves, as depression. Because that's kind of how a lot of people would describe depression, just wanting to hide away from the world. And depression often goes hand in hand with autism, as it has, in my case, in the past, for a long time. And so it could be really hard to work out, is that a depressed thought, or is that a reaction to the world not being completely safe and easy for me as an autistic person? It's just exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. And I get up today and I still have to, do my studying and walk my dogs and all the other things you have to do. I'm just tired. Definitely feel like I'm kind of getting close to burning out, and I really don't want that to happen. I don't want to spend the whole summer just recovering before starting another course in August. Yeah, I might have to think about whether or not I can move on to the next level of what I'm studying. Not immediately, maybe. maybe I'll need more time to recover from this year. But maybe not, who knows? That's another thing that's difficult, is just having no idea how long a recovery might take, or when you have energy again. And it is quite, I guess, illuminating, the kind of, the thoughts that were popping into my head yesterday, and I have done in more recent meltdowns since learning I'm autistic. I kind of realised how many of the mental health incidents I had in the past were autism related, were, meltdowns or burnouts, feeling overloaded and overstimulated. And I guess, at least I know now, when I feel those urges coming on or those thoughts popping into my head, at least I can recognise, okay, this is probably because I'm overstimulated. What I really need now is just to crawl under a blanket in the dark, hug my wee soft toy wombat, find ways to regulate myself that aren't destructive or harmful to me or anyone else around me, ideally, obviously. And I guess, recording these videos, it helps get this stuff out my brain and stop it looping round and round and round. It's all pretty stream of consciousness, as I'm sure you can tell, but I think that's probably a good thing for me. So yeah, I guess thanks for listening, if you've stuck with it this long. Big hugs and love to anyone who's feeling anything similar to this right now, because it really sucks. Anyway, take care. Have a good day. Bye.